Spokane serial killer Robert Yates thought the plea deal he made here kept the death penalty off the table for all his crimes. But he was dead wrong.
The defendant shall be sentenced to death.
Now, the convicted murderer could receive his lethal injection within the next 90 days. It's been 6 long years since Robert Yates was convicted of killing 2 women in Pierce County, and tomorrow a judge will sign his death warrant.
Yates will appear in a TACOMA courtroom and take a dramatic step toward his meeting with an executioner.
Yates was spared the death penalty in Spokane County, where he pleaded guilty to killing almost a dozen people, many of them prostitutes.
Jeff Humphrey broke the story on KXLY.com. And Jeff, is Yates really ready to die?
Well, we're going to know a lot more tomorrow after Yates meets with his attorneys in court. But if he doesn't tell his defense team to ask for a stay of execution, Spokane serial killer could be receiving his lethal injection within the next 60 days.
In which case the defendant shall be sentenced to death.
6 years ago, Robert Yates showed no emotion as he learned he was heading to Washington's death row. Yates then appealed his conviction to the state Supreme Court, but last fall, justices upheld his sentence. Tomorrow, Yates appears before the same judge who oversaw his trial.
It's a necessary step that the legislature has set forth. The trial judge is required to sign a death warrant that authorizes the superintendent of the prison to carry out the court's sentence.
The legislature also requires Judge McCarthy to pick out a specific day for Yates's execution, sometime between now and November.
There's basically a 2-month window after the receipt by the trial judge of the Supreme Court's mandate, during which the trial judge has to set a specific date for the sentence to be carried out, and the judge will do that.
However, Yates's defense team can stop the clock from ticking against their client. Yates is expected to ask his attorneys for more time to wage his appeal.
Mr. Yates is likely to file what's called a personal restraint petition, asking the court to review additional matters that were not reviewed during the direct appeal, and I imagine that the Supreme Court will grant that stay.